Trek fans! Alright. Welcome back to the work desk. And this is the second video that's going up today because yesterday was an adventure video. We went on a bit of a road trip to go see an apartment that we could possibly move into because Froglings is moving. And anyways, by the time I got back, edited it, I was just so, out of it, and so tired from the day that I just, screw it, I'll upload it tomorrow morning. It was more like, it was less morning and more evening by the time it got up, but anyways. So go check out that if you want to see some adventuring. I brought my little fox, my little reborn baby boy. He got to go on an adventure. Anyway, so right now I'm just stirring up the matte varnish because varnishes, they perform a lot better if you really work them up first. And this is really hard to do with a full container. A big old dollop. Give it a bit more of a stir down here, spread it out a little bit. It looks like Cinnabon frosting. I wouldn't lick it if I were you. Okay. And then we'll take a leg. And with this varnish, I only do accent with it. I'll do it on the foot, and on the hands. Just on parts where I really, really want to remove shine. So this is a little custom baby that is working her way up to be finished. So she's already found a home. Well, she didn't really find a home, she always had a home because she was a custom doll. And for her first custom, this has been fairly non-stressful, I would say. Because the, air quotes, mom of the doll has been, very... she basically picked out the kit and said, just make it. And, I've given her a couple different options of, what color hair do you want? This, that, do you want these things, that thing? And she's just just make it however you want, basically. So, I know that some artists deal with customs that are very, very specific. But, there's nothing wrong with wanting something really specific, but for me, sometimes my skin tone doesn't always end up the exact way I wanted it. I feel like it always looks good, but it's not always the exact skin tone I envisioned starting with. So having someone that wants a really precise skin tone would be kind of stressful for me. Okay. The only thing that stresses me out about this custom is I really, really want to get it done by the end of this month. But, like, with everything that's going on, like moving and all that, my schedule's been getting a little bit packed. But I'm gonna try really hard to get her done within the next few weeks. The worst thing that happens is I fall behind schedule. I feel like with art like this, if you're getting a custom, you should have some lenience and some patience. And I feel like the mom of this doll has, like, she's really, really patient and has been very, very friendly. And, you know, when you're working with someone who's been really nice to you, you really want to, that makes you want to, you know, like, do that much more, like, make everything really good and have the doll finished as quickly as possible. Well, as quickly as possible, but with, like, as quick as you can without sacrificing, what's the word, quality of the doll. That's the one of the things that I think is a mistake that a lot of beginners make, myself included, is finishing the doll really fast. You kind of overlook things and forgo quality if you're finishing the doll within under a week. Well, maybe you can finish a doll within a week if you're, like, really, really experienced. But as a beginner, if you're finishing the doll within under a week, it's probably not your best work. Your first doll is never going to be your best work because it's the first doll, but another foot. A hand. The one thing that really makes me nervous about working with matte varnish is the curse of the crusties. And if you have done any sort of research about Genesis heat set paint, you've probably heard all of the horror stories about matte varnish in this line. I ran into a little bit of the crusties with the June kit that I'm making for myself, but they're not really that noticeable, I think. And like for me assembling the doll and me rooting the head, like any really noticeable crusties were kind of like brushed off, sanded down, I don't know. Though, funnily enough, even though matte varnish is the one you're always worried about getting the little crusty bits with, the one medium that I've really run into problems with little crusty bits is actually thinning medium. Using thinning medium as a varnish, I ran into some really bad crusties. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that again. Okay, I think that's good. Next hand. So these limbs have already been varnished with satin varnish all over the limb. I'm just taking the majority, like, there is a little bit of shine left over with the satin varnish, but I feel like it's a realistic shine that's left over. But I like to take like all the shine out of the hands and feet. I feel like it's a good look. Okay. Alright, and then that will bake twice. And then depending on the outcome, she should be finished for her limbs. Well, besides glossing the nails, her limbs will be finished. Okay, so we're here on my bed, and it looks like a chicken farm exploded. Yesterday, we went to a Dollarama, and I found these white feathers, which I've been looking for, like, nice, like, realistically colored fake feathers, which I haven't been able to find any until I went there yesterday. So, I've got some nice white feathers, and I'm planning to make, like, they're for the fairy baby, and I know that, like, you would expect fairy wings to look more butterfly-ish, but I thought, like, make some nice white fluffy, like, angel-type wings. So I'm trying to experiment and find ways to place them together, make a natural-looking wing formation, sort of, like, find a nice way to layer them together with the different sizes and stuff. And then I have to think about how I'm going to connect them together in a way that will have them still look good, but will be sturdy enough to attach to the fairy and then have her go home and be displayed and all that. So I have 2 packages of those. What do you think, Zeus? You look mad. It's because you know that you're going for your bath soon. Yeah, you're going for your soak soon. You're going for your medicine soak to help with your leg. I'm not going to show his leg just because it's like kind of scabby and stuff, but he had a little bit of a problem going on with his leg, so we're giving him some antiseptic soaks and antibiotic creams and stuff like that, just to make sure he doesn't get infected or anything. You don't like it? No, you don't. I'm sorry. He's so cute. Yesterday I also got a receipt. And I picked up these little socks. Stegosaurus, a little boat, a zebra, a bear, an airplane, and a little car. Picked those up for Fox. And then I got this ribbon. There's a lot there, so it's a good price for the amount of ribbon that's in there. Usually when you buy dollar store ribbon, it's only a little tiny bit, and the rest of the inside is all cardboard. So I picked that up for sending the babies home. Oh yeah, and I also got some wrapping paper for packing the babies up to go home, but that's downstairs. But anyways, it's getting late, so I'm gonna pack my feathers up and fiddle around with this a little bit more later. But that's gonna be all for now. It's getting late and Mr. needs a bath. Yes, you do. Thanks for watching. Make sure to stay tuned for next week's videos, and we will see you next time. Keep living the frogling's life. Say bye, Zeus. Bye. Oh, little guy, so grumpy. Bye, everybody.